The hustlers and money-making enthusiasts have their own hero in Andrew Tate, the man, the myth, and the legend of TikTok and every Twitch beef. Famous for his grind to make everyone a millionaire and spewing some anti-women statements, Cobra Tate wasn't born rich, and he definitely didn't start his career with a passion for porn or podcasts on economics. This is the story of Andrew Tate's life before he was famous. Let's get started. The humble origins of Andrew Tate. The way Andrew is obsessed with his millionaire status and alleged space trips now, it seems like he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. The reality couldn't be more different than it already is. Andrew Tate isn't a legacy child. Born as a Washington resident in 1986, he had a pretty normal childhood with his siblings, just like any other middle-class American family. His dad was the sole breadwinner until he retired from the Air Force. Even with such humble roots, trust the misogynist TikTok king to set himself different from the others. In fact, he describes his childhood as something out of the ordinary. There's a weird flex that he's very proud of, the fact that as soon as he came out of his mother's womb, he was breathing through the nose and not the mouth. Okay, that's not uncommon at all, but wait, there's more. The former kickboxing champion believes that he had killer instincts, even at the young age of 2. He wasn't like the other children. He never cried or felt dependent on his parents. Hold up. How's a toddler making his own meals or doing math on his own? We'll never know. According to the man himself, his dad would purposefully kick him to build his innate ability to take a hit. One time, his dad kicked him so hard that he hit his head on the wall. Yep, he even got an inch-long cut on his head. All of this in the name of building his son's wrestling abilities. Don't know about you guys, but this is a classic case of child endangerment. Andrew believes the opposite. In fact, he's grateful that his dad made him tough and didn't raise him to be a scared little man. So who's going to tell him that childhood brain damage is a real thing? But none of this matters because he was winning medals in child wrestling at the age of 4. If you're just figuring out that 4-year-olds can wrestle, join the club. The calm before the storm, Andrew Tate, a chess prodigy. Before Andrew Tate became a low-budget Ben Shapiro of TikTok, he wasn't cutting checks for his infamous and anti-women commentary. Now, it's hard to scroll through TikTok or Reddit without seeing any of his controversial takes. Who knew that a kid with a regular family and some extraordinary knack for chess would build a porn empire? Yeah, you heard that right. As much as we'd like to think that this guy barely passed school, we can't deny that he's a man of many talents. You know what they say, jack of all trades but master of none. Against all odds, the kickboxer legend triumphed over chess at the age of raw 5. Okay, don't come for us. He's no Magnus Carlsen. That much is pretty obvious. And nope, we aren't calling Andrew a grandmaster anytime soon unless he decided to wrap up his internet career and starts to play again. With millions of dollars in his pocket, we're sure he isn't changing his career trajectory for good or worse, but facts are facts. Andrew gets his chess talent from his pops, who served in the U.S. Air Force and was a pro chess player. The Tate fam knows chess at the back of his hand. After watching his dad winning the Indiana State Championship multiple times, Andrew wasn't going to hold back. Getting inspiration from his dad, the master of hustle culture started to play chess as soon as he was crawling. By the age of 5, he was playing against the best in Indiana, including his dad, Emory Tate. Believe it or not, he made a name for himself by playing against people 10 years his senior. A 6-year-old Andrew Tate was taking down teams of chess masterminds as a sole player. Shocked yet? It's hard to pinpoint why he didn't pursue chess professionally, but if we have to guess, the separation of his parents might have taken a huge toll on a young chess extraordinaire. The pre-famous Tate lifestyle. Andrew Tate now drives a Bugatti Chiron, but did you know that just like many of us, he spent his spare time doing minimum wage jobs? After his parents separated, Andrew's mom brought him and his siblings to Luton, a small town/village in the UK. Here's when financial trouble started to hit him. As his dad had retired and resorted to small menial jobs, the money around the house was quite thin. By age 10, Andrew had become the man of the house. If you think about why his entire brand is now just based on building an unlimited supply of money, it's pretty obvious that growing up poor didn't fare well for him. With schooling, he took a job in a fish market as support staff. At 5 a.m., he was filleting fish and carrying heavy boxes to the fish shop. We're not going to defend some of Andrew's extremely problematic and harmful viewpoints, but a 10-year-old kid working a hard job warrants some sympathy. And that wasn't even the least of his troubles. As an American in a small British town, he was picked on a lot by the other kids. Well, those kids don't have a Bugatti or an Aston Martin in their garage, so Andrew really got the last laugh there. When the issue of bullying went too far, Mrs. Tate got her kids enrolled in a self-defense class, and that's where Andrew the kickboxer was born. He spent hours and hours perfecting his kickboxing style, the Andrew Shinaki style. So that's when his filleting skills came in handy. Come on, whatever happened to every cloud has a silver lining philosophy? Andrew Tate gets into the ring. Here's the thing. If a sportsman decides to ditch his career to start his podcast or money guru business, it's safe to assume that he must have sucked at his job. You might say that we're fetching, but hey, do you see Ronaldo becoming a YouTube personality? Nope. But if we can trust someone to do his own thing, it's the master hustler, Andrew Tate. The truth is that he was never bad at kickboxing. In fact, he has quite a lot of championships under his name. He started his career in 2009 and quickly rose to fame after winning some brutal fights. Okay, his kickboxing career isn't exactly earning him millions of views on his podcasts or drag Twitch streams. What's interesting are his impressive and top-notch stats. Out of 78 fights that Andrew has stepped in the ring for, he only had to face the music for 9. Now, you don't have to be an expert in the sport to appreciate that stellar track record. And that's not even the most shocking part. The man who can't skip any drama on social media now spent his kickboxing career relatively controversy-free. So after racking up a championship, Andrew wasn't going off on reporters with whack statements like real men don't eat sushi or women are only good for having sex with men. In fact, he was mostly making media strides for winning the 2014 Infusion Championship. The highlight of his kickboxing career is knocking out Wendell Roche, a legend of the sport. Andrew won against Roche on a technical knockout or TKO, making him the second person to do so. If you aren't a kickboxing enthusiast, we can tell you that getting a TKO over someone as experienced as Roche isn't an easy deal. But the thrill of winning was never enough for Tate. He took a long hiatus before getting back into the ring in late 2014, yet it was obvious that his interests have changed drastically. He was then thinking about making money, and we're just not talking about a comfortable lifestyle. Andrew started to dream much bigger, and that's the rise of his notoriety. Andrew Tate's cursed era and the 2016 Big Brother scandal. If you're looking to fixate on Andrew's problematic opinions and his villain origin story, this might be it. Taking a break from his sporting endeavors, the king of hustle culture decided to try the quickest route to fame. And what's a better avenue than a British reality TV show? A little tacky, yet everyone's cup of tea. To be fair to his publicist, people are more likely to recognize a celebrity from a B-grade TV show than a kickboxing match. Well, if finding fame is easy nowadays, getting slammed with a scandal isn't too far off either. And that's what exactly went wrong with Andrew's newly found reality TV star image. Big Brother will find anyone to add some spice and drama to their show. So booking Andrew wasn't a bad idea until The Sun decided to slap the show with a leaked video of their newest contestant. In a shocking turn of events, that video was everything the universe needed to topple down the former kickboxer's career into a woman-hating machine. The video shows Andrew beating his romantic partner with a belt. Of course, there are always two sides to a story. According to the news outlet, the Big Brother contestant was lashing out at his girlfriend. In other words, everything about the video is non-consensual. On the flip side, Andrew had accused the Sun of editing the video to malign his good name. From what he told the media, the belt wasn't hurting his partner, and the act was limited to quite personal bedroom activity. Yet there was no turning back. His outrage skyrocketed when Channel 5 and the creators of Big Brother fired him because they can't stain their popularity by working with a potential abuser. After this fiasco, the former kickboxer made some very bold claims. He believed that The Sun and Channel 5 collaborated to get rid of him because his strategy to win the show made everyone jealous. Now, we aren't picking sides here, but by the looks of it, the woman in the video doesn't seem to enjoy whatever bedroom activity that was going on. All we know is that Andrew didn't do much to protect his image. If anything, he got into an even bigger scandal than this one, and it only went downhill from there. The rise of celebrity Andrew Tate. Before getting that infamous feature in The Sun, Andrew Tate wasn't exactly living off his fame. Sure, he was known by the closed-off British circles, but the clout chasing was barely there. Ever heard of all publicity is good publicity? That's pretty true in this case. A feature in British tabloids would keep you in the talks for quite a while. And if you can build your brand around even the smallest of controversy, chances are that you'll cash $1 million or $2 million. Hello, this is the world of Kim Kardashians and Love Island. It isn't a surprise that Andrew Tate found his own brand. It's hard to digest, but other than getting clout for spewing misogynistic rants on Twitter and showing support to Harvey Weinstein, the Tate empire is built on webcam business. And nope, that's not a well-guarded secret. Andrew is a proud webcam boy, and the fact that his girlfriends are his employees is disturbing, yet it sells well. Apart from monetizing his videos on Pornhub, he's also the owner of 2 online courses. If you join Hustlers University, you'll find all the ways to make money. And his PhD course on how to get girls will also get you a hot date to spend your hard-earned crypto money. As of 2022, Andrew Tate's net worth is $250 million. Not too bad for a small boy selling fish in small-town Luton. And that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you soon with another one.